What's up everybody, welcome back to another, Sakura Succubus 6, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share to friends and loved ones to support this channel. But other than that, welcome back. Let's get back to the game. Last we left off, we just went back to the palace after our sweet date. Marna: goodness me, Hiroki, you're being awfully clumsy. Don't tell me your motor functions are beginning to fail you. You aren't that old, though I suppose you're often subjected to rather rigorous workouts given your love life. Marna smiles seductively. You know what she's saying? I know what she's saying. If I'm being too hard on you, you need only to tell me. I shall try to ease up in the future, lest I drain you of all your vitality. You've been looking kinda spaced out for a while there, Hiroki. Old buddy, old pal, did something good happen? Don't tell me. Hazel glances over to Stephania, who, like me, has been making a dog's dinner of her. Well, dinner. You two didn't get up to something, did you? What? No, we didn't. I tried to defend my honor, and Stephania's to little avail. Hazel's insinuations have spread about the dinner table like wildfire. Now both Hifumi and Marna are looking at me askance. Or askance, I don't know. Something. Hifumi raises an eyebrow. My, I wonder what that could have been. I wonder indeed. Maybe my worrying was for naught? You can't be too worried, Hiroki, despite your many obligations. If you have strength enough to seek out further conquests, I'm unsure whether I should be amused or aggrieved. Clearly, I've not been keeping a tight enough leash on you. Are you gonna put Hiroki on a leash, Marna? Would you walk him like a dog? I might if he doesn't object to it. What do you think? Would you like to be my puppy? You certainly go into heat enough, you filthy animal. That's not fair. I retort, my face fiery. I didn't do anything wrong. Really now? Marna scoffs. That's what you say, but you can't fool me. Don't think I've not noticed how steadfastly you've been avoiding our dear hostess' eye throughout this meal. Is there something you would like to share with the rest of us? No. I glance away from Marna, my body prickling with sweat. You're reading into it too much. Nothing happened, really. Nothing unless you count a kiss. It's not like I copped a feel of Stephania in the Ferris wheel or anything, though I certainly could have. He certainly could have had. The memory of Stephania's lips upon mine assails me once more. She felt incredibly soft, and she smelled incredibly good too. Up close, she looked more adorable than ever before. Hiroki, Earth to Hiroki. Hazel rises from her seat, then waves her hand in front of my face. Are you there, Hiroki? Don't tell me you've drifted off into La La Land. Oh, leave him be. It is clear from a glance that our poor darling has been afflicted. Afflicted? Hazel draws back, her expression dubious. Should I keep my distance? I don't want to get sick before my tennis tournament. Oh no, I don't believe his disease is catching. It is, however, rather serious. I'm no doctor, but even I can discern that he is quite lovesick. I can't possibly focus on eating, not with all these eyes upon me, or not upon me in Stephania's case. This is unbearable. My skin is prickling and my stupid face won't stop flushing. Maybe Hifumi's right. It was only a kiss, but since then I've not been able to regard Stephania in the same way. Maybe I really have fallen for her. Curse me and my fondness for pretty women. I'm so predictable. Curse you, Hiroki. But yeah, okay everybody, in real life don't be cursing people, trust me. It's bad karma. The night eventually falls, despite my discomfort, and I retreat to my luxurious bedchamber to relax upon my equally luxurious bed. It's not late enough to sleep just yet, and I haven't taken the liberty of changing into my pajamas. I'm too tired after my days spent in Rosenberg with Stephania to do anything more strenuous than flipping through my phone. I look through my photo gallery and smile, lost in reminiscences at all the snapshots I took during my date. I've took a lot of photos of Stephania in particular, wearing her casual clothes, enjoying herself. I have photos of Stephania eagerly talking to her crate Stephania staring eyes wide at the fairy lights that festoon the streets, and Stephania beaming while sitting in the Ferris wheel. Stephania looks blissfully happy in every single one of these snapshots, more so than she usually does. Freed from the confines of the palace and the weight of the crown, she looks like an ordinary young woman out on a date. I bet these photos would fetch quite a lot of money if I was unscrupulous enough to sell them. The paparazzi. These candid shots of Stephania would drive up the sales of any magazine or newspaper. I can imagine the headlines I can imagine the headlines an unscrupulous paper might publish now. Astoria might be a cold country, but that didn't stop its princess Stephania going on a hot date. Read all about it. Just thinking about that makes me feel scummy. If my boss could see this treasure trove on my phone, he'd surely slap me on the back and congratulate me for a job well done. I've no desire, however, to sell any of these photos, no matter how valuable they might be. I didn't agree to go on a date with Stephania to turn a profit over on it. That really would be boorish. I went out with Stephania because I thought she might enjoy herself. I wanted her to have a good time, and I think my wishes were fulfilled. Alright, nice. Stephania's smile was so sweet I can still see it when I close my eyes. It's almost as though her radiantly happy face has been tattooed against my eyelids. I can remember too Stephania's shy confession when we sat together in the Ferris wheel. I remember the scent of her perfume and the warmth of her skin, and the soft gentle pressure of her lips upon mine. Stephania's kiss, hesitant though it was, made quite the impression. I didn't take a photograph of it, but that would be wholly unnecessary. I don't think I'll be forgetting it in a hurry. I mean, you kiss a princess, man. Not everybody kisses princesses, you know? Like, how many people you know has kissed an actual princess of a country? I set my phone to one side, sated by all my photographs, and pressed my trembling fingertips to my lips. Though it was a couple of hours since Stephania brought our mouths together, I can still sense the ghostly imprint of her mouth upon mine. Her kiss was much more hesitant than those of my succubi girlfriends, not half so experienced as Marna's, nor as demanding as Ayu's and Yuei's. Stephania, unlike my succubus harem, Cosmos excluded, has no prior knowledge of men. That was her very first kiss. I feel a bit like I've stolen something from Stephania, something irrevocably precious. I'm not sure if I'm worthy of taking a princess's first kiss, but I feel flattered regardless that she thought to bequeath it upon me. Idly, I wonder what Stephania is doing right now. Is she lying in bed, attired in her nightgown, thinking about me just like I'm thinking about her? I turned thoughts of Stephania over in my head until... Excuse me, Mr. Ogasawara, may I come in? A familiar voice on the other side of the door pulls me from my musings, coupled with a familiar rapping of knuckles. We know who talks like that, formally. Miss Elizabeth, the maid. I know of course who this is. Hifumi, Marna, and Hazel would never address me as Mr. Ogasawara. Yup, exactly. My unexpected visitor can only, by the process of elimination, be Elizabeth. Sure. I sit up in bed and look to the door. You can come in, I'm not doing anything. The door opens with a click at my approval, and in walks Elizabeth. She looks neat and pristine as per usual, her pale hair shifting about her shoulders. Elizabeth stands by my bedside and clearing her throat says, "If you're not busy, Mr. Ogasawara, would you care to join the princess in her private chambers?" Is that what Stephania wants? Elizabeth nods primly. Or primly. No, it's primly. Her thighness. Oh my goodness. Sleepy bee, man. What are you thinking? You down bad. Her highness conveyed me to you thus to express that she would like to spend more time with you. From what I have heard about your date, and believe me, she has been most forthcoming with the details, it sounds like the pair of you have much to discuss. Surely you are not content to let your date end where it did. The night is not yet over and... Elizabeth smiles thinly. There are many acts a couple can indulge in beyond chaste kisses. The true meaning behind Elizabeth's words isn't lost upon me, and I soon find myself blushing. Is that what Stephania wants? My lady is so sheltered, the poor thing. I do not believe she herself wholly knows what it is she wants. I have known her for many years, however, and I can guess at her desires. Right now, my lady wants nothing more than to see you again. Would you grant her that honor at the very least? A failure to do so might, I fear, break her poor heart. I would hate for her to reject her now when she was such desperate need of you, particularly when you have made her so very happy. I think Elizabeth might be laying it on a bit thick there, but I know what she's driving at. My date with Stephania ended quickly before we had a chance to fully affirm our feelings for one another. I too would like to know how Stephania feels about all of this and about the kiss in particular. I was too awkward to barge into Stephania's private quarters on my own and ask after her, but if she's extending me an invitation, I might as well take her up on it. Alright then, I reply after only a brief pause. I want to see how Stephania is too, in fact. I would love to. Oh wait, in fact, I would love to. I didn't see the periodical end there. Please lead the way. I thought you might say that. You really are a gentleman, Mr. Ogasawara. Certainly you are not one to leave a fair maiden hanging. Smiling, Elizabeth bows her head, then beckons me over. Now, please follow me. The princess is waiting for you and I know there's much she wishes to share with you. Alright, let's share it as you want, you know. What is happening? What is popping? You know what? That's like... I don't know, I'm sorry. I'm just like pondering over something. Alright. Oh, Hiroki, I'm so happy that you agreed to visit me. Stephania rises to greet me. When I enter her bedchamber, a tremulous smile upon her pretty face. Stephania is dressed not in the casual attire she wore during our date or even her fine blue dress, but in her nightgown. I suppose she might have been in the process of preparing for bed when she was struck with a desire to see me again. Was she so enthused she didn't think to change back into her everyday clothes? The thought is a flattering one and I can't help but smile. This, I find myself thinking, is the first time I've been inside Stephania's bedchamber. Her room is even larger than mine. Though that I suppose should be expected given Stephania's status as a princess. Stephania's room boasts a large 4-poster bed, which looks plush, and a chandelier hangs from the ceiling illuminating the patterned blue wallpaper. A vanity table stands next to her bed, upon which various perfume bottles and cosmetics are neatly arranged, and there are several potted plants scattered about in ornate vases. Stephania's room is very tidy, which speaks either of her own organizational skills or Elizabeth's. Maybe a little bit both. Knowing Elizabeth, I bet she breaks her back to keep every square inch of this space spotless. Doubtless, Elizabeth would consider even the smallest speck of dust in Stephania's quarters to be a gross failing on her part. I didn't come here to examine Stephania's bedroom though. I'm more interested in Stephania herself. Hiroki? Yes? I look at Stephania curiously. What is it? I was just wondering, well, how much of this situation did Lizzie explain to you? Wait a minute, are they gonna go to the next base? Oh my goodness, man. No hell, nothing way, man. Hiroki moves fast. He's the kind of dude that is a man of action. He ain't the kind of guy that'll be waiting around. If there is an opportunity, he'll take it to the pound. You know what I'm saying? Pound town, if you know what I'm saying. She said that you wanted to speak to me again, and she alluded in terms which weren't particularly uncertain that Stephania might want to do even more than that. I think I'd better off not telling Stephania that, though. I don't want to make her feel anxious. But beyond that, she didn't tell me too much. Really? That's a relief. I was afraid she might have given you strange ideas. Would I, my lady? Elizabeth, who is standing sentinel by the doorway, now speaks up. You ought to know that I wish for nothing more beyond your happiness. I have no desire whatsoever to make you feel uncomfortable. You asked me to summon Miss Ogasawara hence, and so I did. As a maid, I can do naught but obey you. Yes, thank you. You are very good to me, Lizzie. I'm glad you didn't say too much. Indeed, I did not. Discretion is my middle name. Yeah, right. I'm amazed Elizabeth can lie to Stephania's face like that. Where does she get off being so brazen? I think I would rather tell Hiroki how I feel myself, and yet... Stephania sighs. My feelings are so very complicated, I hardly know where to start. Perhaps you could begin at the beginning, my lady. That, as I have found, is often the best way to go about such matters. Yes, of course. Forgive me for my ineptitude. I should try to calm myself. Stephania inhales deeply, one hand pressed to her chest, and looks to me. With wide eyes which seem to shine beneath the lights of her chandelier, Stephania then speaks. I understand that this is an imposition, Hiroki, especially given the lateness of the hour, but I really couldn't wait to see you again. I fear much between us has gone unsaid. Though I had a lovely time with you, I fear it is not enough, which isn't to say. Stephania hastens to correct herself. My oh my, Hiroki is such a... I mean, he's the main character. It makes sense that he's like smooth and stuff, whatever. You know, he's dating like... we got Yue, Cosmos, IU, Hazel. He's dating like at least 5 women right now. Think about that. That I found her company lacking, or that I'm in any way disappointed with how the day went, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm very, very happy that we spent so much time together today. I'm truly blessed you would indulge me so, and yet... My lady, please, you must remember to breathe, else I fear you will hyperventilate. Ventilate? Why did I add a U, man? As much as you might like Mr. Ogasawara, I do not want you going to pieces for his sake. But for our sake as well, yeah? Elizabeth crosses the room, then rests her palm against Stephania's slender back. Gently, she massages it while Stephania endeavors to inhale. Stephania breathes in slowly and deliberately, still shaking. Thank you, Lizzie. I feel somewhat better now, although... What is it? Is something the matter? Oh, yes, something is the matter indeed with my foolish heart. Though you lavished a great deal of attention upon me during our date, and you were unfailingly kind and considerate towards me, I want even more of your time. I must be a truly selfish, spoiled girl, but that kiss we shared with the Ferris wheel, magical though it was, it simply wasn't enough. My girl, my lady. Whoa, man. Stephania wants the whole Hiroki. She wants the whole package, fam. She doesn't want the tease, the taste test, the sample. She wants the whole thing. She wants the combo A, B, C up to the D. You know what I'm saying? Now we're on intimate terms, Hiroki. I want to know you even better. I want you to kiss me anew as you did before, but with even more passion. Whoa, what the hell? She a freak. I wish to know what it feels like to be embraced as a woman. And if possible, I would like it if you could love me too. I stare at Stephania mutely for a few moments, struck dumb. I was expecting this kind of request, but I never imagined she'd sound so passionate while delivering it. Stephania's so worked up, she's trembling, and it really does look like she might cry. It must have taken her a lot of courage to say all that. The sincerity of her request pieces my breast, and I sigh in sympathy for her. What? I hadn't planned to further deepen my relationship with Stephania, but if that's what she wants, then... Goodness, just listen to me. Stephania winces. I must sound so desperate, a trait or so I've heard, which isn't at all attractive in women. Why did I not hold my tongue? Please, Hiroki, forget all you heard. I like you and I don't want to make things awkward between us. None of this happened, but my feelings are... important. Huh? Putting on the Hiroki maneuver, as I say. Stephania blinks, abashed, and shyly looks at me. What did you say? What did you just say? I said... I approach Stephania, then take her hands in my own. That your feelings are important, and I'm glad that you shared them with me. They aren't a bother? A bother? Not in the slightest. Being with you could never be bothersome, Stephania. You're too cute for that. Do you really think so? Oh my god, Elizabeth's like cringing and shit. She's like, what the hell, man? I certainly do. I believe that you are one of the sweetest girls I have ever had the fortune of meeting. Mr. Ogasawara is speaking nothing but the truth. The truth. You ought to trust him, particularly if you want your relationship with him to become even more intimate than it already is. Truth. Intimate? Oh my! Stephania flusters and gets heated, man. This all seems to be happening so quickly. Am I being too forward? Would you rather I leave? No! Stephania retorts and snorts some crack coke like a... I don't know, man. I don't know where I was going there. Ladies and gents, welcome back. Yeah. Stephania retorts quicker than I had expected, her eyes boring fiercely into my own. I am shy that much, I cannot deny, and my heart will not stop pounding yet. Being with you like this makes me feel very happy. I wasn't lying when I said that I wanted to know you even better, Hiroki. I would endure any unpleasantries for your sake, if only to bind myself to you more fully. Well, thanks, I'm glad to hear it, but you didn't worry about that. This won't be unpleasant. I think I'm experienced enough to show you a good time. Now, come here. Oh, I'm just kidding. I wind an arm around Stephania's back, my fingers splayed against her shoulder blades. Don't be afraid, we can take this nice and slow, just like this. So saying, I lean in. Woohoo! Let's get it, my boy Hiroki. That is the thumbnail shot right there, everybody. Okay. Alright. And after a brief pause, I glimpse Stephania's quivering lips with my own. I kiss her gently as though I'm handling a precious object. Stephania is so light and slender, almost insubstantial. I don't want to hurt her. I mean to take things slowly, but... I'm the one, as it transpires, who's taken by surprise. Stephania must want me even more than I anticipated, because after a brief pause, she begins to kiss me back. We gotta remember, Elizabeth is still in the room. But then again, Hiroki is used to having a lot of people. She presses her body against mine and squeezes her eyes shut, her pale eyelashes matting together. Her teeth nip my lower lip in a clumsy manner, and I gasp from it. I didn't expect that. I also didn't expect that Stephania would use my shock to her advantage to slide her tongue inside my mouth. Sparks of electricity seem to shoot up my spine from our shared caresses, and I moan against Stephania's mouth. I have to wonder as we kiss, Stephania taking the lead. Who taught her all of this? How did she become so brazen? I think I know who taught her this. The culprit is in this room right now. This remains a mystery for only a few brief moments, however, before I finally figured it out. Ah, young love, how charming. I'm rooting for you, my lady. Kiss him with everything you've got. Ensnare his puny mortal heart and make him yours. Mortal heart? That's a bit of a weird thing to say, but then again, Elizabeth's weird all over and she's a succubus, Hiroki. I already know it a mile away. She's so weird, in fact. I bet she must have told Stephania everything about kissing. Maybe I wonder, as Stephania clumsily kisses me, Elizabeth is a bad influence. I might have to chastise her. Yeah, I might have to chastise her later. What in the world is she teaching Stephania anyway? But for now, I'm content to enjoying the feeling of Stephania's mouth against my own. Though I'm a bit taken aback by Stephania's forcefulness, I can't deny one salient fact, namely that kissing her really does feel good. Maybe because she's a princess, it's a bit more softer. I don't know. Welcome back, everybody, and yeah, they did the deed. They've done it. You gotta remember, SakuraSuccubus, even though I don't like it when it comes to the decision makings of the choices, because it doesn't really matter in the end, you still get the girl. You know, it's in the plot. It's like hard-coded into the plot. What I'm saying is they still have some of those scenes, even though there's not much movement. It's like reading a doujinshi from a site that you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not old enough. I don't know. But yeah, they done the deed. They did the 3 dunzo. Yup. Going back to the game. It really is a pleasant night. Stephania stands on the balcony which overlooks the palace gardens, dressed in her nightgown. Her blonde hair is tied back into her 2 signature pigtails, though they look slightly rumpled thanks to our earlier ministrations. Stephania's fingers are curled against the stone balustrades which line the balcony, and her eyes are fixed upon the tops of the trees and the moon which shines above them. Illuminated by the celestial light, Stephania's face, when viewed in profile, seems to shimmer. The pair of us are standing here quite alone. For once, Elizabeth didn't deign to join us. She seemed to sense after the moment I shared with Stephania that we'd want some time alone. Now Stephania is glancing at me from over her shoulder. She surveys me and smilingly softly says, Thank you, Hiroki, for complying with my selfish request, and thank you for agreeing to observe the night sky with me. It's alright, don't mention it. I smiled at Stephania consolingly while running a hand through my rumpled hair. I had a lot of fun myself, both on our date and earlier. Ahem. I cleared my throat in an attempt to mask the embarrassed flush which has begun to spread across my face. Stephania too looks a bit bashful at our earlier dalliances, though she's smiling. Her face is dusky pink like the petals of a flower. She looks so sweet and vulnerable, particularly in that short sheer nightgown of hers, that I'm struck with a desire once more to hold her in my arms and to kiss her. I don't do that, however. I've tasted Stephania's mouth an innumerable amount of times already. It's funny enough, asking for further kisses would be selfish at this point. I don't want to make too many requests from Stephania, but maybe it's too late for that. We have grown very intimate after all, more so than I ever anticipated we would. I'm glad you invited me out on today's date. It was nice seeing you so happy. You seem quite at your ease. Oh, indeed, I was. It was very fun going on a date as a normal woman my age might. Yeah. I felt for a few moments as though I wasn't Princess Stephania Sofia Maria Isabella of Astoria, but a normal girl, your girlfriend. Though I'm not displeased with my lot in life, it was most invigorating to experience something so new. Well, I found it invigorating too, to help you in your discoveries. I smiled and ruffled the top of Stephania's head. You might be a princess in the palace, but with me, you don't need to worry about such stuffy formalities. Well, if she's not the succubus, I think Elizabeth is, but this chick is not. No. Remember, to me, you're not Princess Stephania, you're Steffi. Oh, Hiroki. What a heart rub, man. What this guy? Stephania smiles and rests her head against my shoulder. I'm very happy to hear that. You have no idea how much fun I had today or tonight either. You really are a wonderful man. Nah, I'm not. I'm nothing special really, but I think it'd be in bad form to try and convince you otherwise. Your feelings are more important than my silly insecurities, and above all else, it's a relief to know I've not put you off romance with my clumsy fumbling. Oh, it was quite the opposite. You've opened my eyes up to no wonderful love can be. I was wholly ignorant of it before I met you. Now we are together, however, and I am your Steffi. The world has never looked more splendid. The moon is so bright and the sky is so blue. Stephania sighs wistfully, her arm entwined with mine. I think I could drown in it. It seems funny to think that so much can change in but a scant week. I extend an invitation towards you as my mistress plus one so that I might hone my abilities in karuta, but I've received much more than that. I really am happy that I met you. I only hope that my mistress, won't be jealous about our relationship. Nah, it's fine. You don't need to worry on that score. I'll take care of her. Are you certain it will be alright? Oh yeah, I'm quite certain. Hifumi isn't the jealous type, like I said, and it doesn't hurt that she likes you a lot herself. I smile at Stephania's upturned face, drinking in her anxious, green-eyed gaze as the wind continues to tug at my hair, the hem of my shirt. It'll all work out okay. These things tend to. Now, stop worrying so much. I smiled and playfully poked the tip of Stephania's nose so she goes momentarily cross-eyed. If you keep fretting, you'll get wrinkles. Oh no, I couldn't let that happen, so I'll do my best. Stephania giggles shyly, then nuzzles her cheek against my upper arm. Thank you, Hiroki. I was worrying a bit, but I feel a lot better now. You really do know how to cheer me up. Well, you got a lot of experience. The following morning... Excuse me everyone, I don't want to be a bother, but there's something I feel I must announce to you. Stephania declares once we've all taken our places in the dining room. Marna, Hazel, Hifumi, Elizabeth and I. Stephania is attired once more in her dark blue gown lined with fur, which seems to favor when she's residing within the palace. I suppose clothes like this cut from the finest materials are considered only appropriate for princesses such as Stephania. The casual attire she wore yesterday, while cute, wasn't what I'd call regal. I think I preferred Stephania in that bell-shaped dress that Elizabeth made. It made her look akin to a flower fairy. But in her princess regalia, she looks similarly fae-like, though she decidedly more icy. Now she looks instead like a snow princess. At least she would. This is a bit hard for me to speak of, but if her face wasn't so very red, my. Hifumi looks at Stephania curiously while cradling her cheek with one hand. Are you quite alright, dear? You haven't come down with some manner of fever, have you? Egads! Hazel rises from the table, then takes a dramatic step backward. This couldn't be a result of that love sickness Hifumi was talking about last night, could it? Don't tell me it really is contagious. Lovesick? Am I? Well, I wonder, Stephania shyly toys with her index fingers. As you all know, last night, I went on a date with Hiroki. Yes, and? Marina raises an eyebrow. Did something occur between you during this date that we ought to be aware? Don't tell me the pair of you progressed to like holding hands. That really would be lewd. And that's where I cross the line, Hazel. That's where I end the video right here. So hopefully you guys and gals that watch my videos enjoyed this video right now. Or if you don't, simply disliked it. But if you really want to support this channel and you really like the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Comment down below if you want me to play a different game, you like the video, or something about that. Other than that, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next episode or part or whatever of Sakura Succubus 6. Good luck, stay safe, bye!